Hey guys, I'm going to be moving on to the second text you have on Khan Academy. And very similar to the first, we're just putting some context to the trends that you're seeing. So a lot of times scatter plots are describing data. So that's what we're going to be doing in this second one. I'm going to click start. It's kind of just going to give us a little more, it's like a word problem, like a little more context to what's going on in that data. And we have to just describe it. All right, so the graph shown below displays a change in average temperature over the world over time. So this is very similar. This is the question before, and they just give us a little bit more. Which statement is the best description of the association between the variables? Okay, so what we talked about earlier in the other Khan Academy, in the other task, was that this was a positive linear association. It's positive because if I were to draw a line straight through it, the line would be sloped up, and the dots are relatively close. It kind of has a strong association. And it's linear because the dots are all kind of trending in this line up, right? So let's look at our answer choices. So as time went by, as the X here, the average temperature intended to increase. Now I see that that looks to be true. So as time is going on, as you can see my cursor, that this is increasing, right? The temperature is going up as time is going up. And that's kind of what describes positive associations. As one variable is going up, the other one's going up. Let's look at choice B. As time went by, the average temperature tended to decrease. All right, we already determined this is a positive association. And there's the last one is no clear relationship between the time and the average temperature. There's clearly an association here. Again, if there was no association, the dots would be scattered all over the graph. All right, so I'm going to choose choice A. Awesome. Let's do one more. So Aubrey wanted to see if there's a connection between the time a given exam takes place and the average score of this exam. She collected data about all the exams from the previous year and arranged the average scores of the exams according to the period they took place. So that's all shown below. So they want to know what the association is on this graph. So which statement is the best description? All right, cool. So let's look at choice A. Later periods tended to score higher on exams. This doesn't really seem to have a trend up or a trend down. If I were to draw a line, yeah, it's not really looking too good. So choice B, later periods tend to score lower on the exam. I don't think it necessarily shows that either. I think there's really no association here. These dots are kind of everywhere. You don't see them kind of trending up or trending down. So I'm going to go with there's no clear relationship between this. And if we think about it logically, um, if we think about the periods throughout the day when we're at school, the scores may really vary. I mean, some people might be morning people and might be night people, but the scores in this case really don't make any association here. So I'm going to leave it as there's no clear relationship. All right, good. And just to leave you off on this question, these are sloping down, so they should be negative. So hopefully that helps when you answer this question. And if you have any other questions, you could always message us.